I bought Inzana Outfitters in 1999, and my first year of guiding, I froze my butt off. I was literally in a mild state of hypothermia multiple times. And I realized after that first year that I really had to go to school on learning to dress in a guiding situation. Up until then, I'd been trapping my whole life and hunting for myself. But in those situations, out in the trap line, I was always moving. And in the guiding situation, I would hike to a location with a client and we'd sit in glass for hours, or we'd call for moose for hours. And as the temperature dropped in the evenings and as the weather changed, I found that just going into the bush wearing regular clothes didn't cut it in a hunting situation. So I really had to go to school and do a lot of research on what was the best equipment, because as a guide, I can't afford to ruin somebody else's hunt. So my study and research led me to what I think is some of the best equipment out on the market is the King of the Mountain wool jackets. And I've been wearing them for the last 15 years now. It's my absolute go-to jacket, and it has some of the most important features, what I'm looking for. Number one, when I'm calling moose, I want to be quiet. I have the little saying, you got to be the moose. I tell all my hunters when they're booking a trip with us that if you want to go and have your guide call in a moose for you, if you wear noisy clothes, this is going to ruin your hunt before it even starts. A lot of people go in, they're brush scratching on their clothes, zippers, Velcro, and they make so much noise getting set up that they've already ruined their hunt, because the moose is maybe 200 yards or 300 yards away on the other side of a meadow or on the other side of a swamp, and he hears all that noise, and then a half an hour later you start calling. There's no way that moose is going to come out, because he knows he heard all those artificial sounds. So the critical part to being really successful, and I tell my hunters, you at least are 20% more successful by wearing good, quiet wool clothes. You sneak in, you make natural sounds, then you start calling and the moose comes out because he hasn't got any red flags. So I really believe it adds a significant percentage of success to your hunt. It's also got to keep me warm in really extreme conditions, like when I'm in the sleet and the snow, I'm working hard to get to a location, then I sit down and I'm all wet. The King of the Mountain has done that for me. I also need something I can sit by the fire with without burning holes and melting holes in my gear. And I found King of the Mountain to be just an excellent gear. So I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it for years. This jacket is already 15 years old, and I've been wearing it all winter out on the trap line, and it's still in excellent condition. The point I want to make here, I think that's really important, is that if you're ever in a survival situation, wearing the right clothes is going to help your chance of survival go up exponentially.